What's going on, guys? Today on the channel, I want to talk about something fun. I want to talk about Night of the Creeps. Now, shout out to Scream Factory. They released this on 4K UHD, and it's fucking awesome. And that's what I want to talk about today. This movie means a lot to me. So the director was Fred Dekker. He was known for this movie. This was his first movie that he ever put out. And probably his most popular, most people know, is Monster Squad. And he also helped write some stories for House, which is a very good movie. And then he also co-wrote and directed RoboCop 3. So it didn't do too well in the box office. It wasn't the greatest hit, but it became a cult classic. Like later on when it went to TV, people started renting it. That's when it became something. So what's cool about this, it's a little different than your normal zombie movie or comedy like Return of the Living Dead 2, because this mixes comedy, horror, and also science fiction. So in here, what Dekker did is he paid love to a lot of horror directors or people in the horror scene. You can tell the main characters, their first or last name will have something to do with one of the directors or the school name or whatever. So he took a bunch of that influence from the horror love, B-movie love, comedy, sci-fi, and mixed it all together, man. So the movie stars Jason Lively. You guys may know him from National Lampoon's Vacation, the European one, I believe. He was Rusty. It was so funny, right? Like they always swapped out the kids. There was always a different Rusty. But anyways, you might recognize him from there. He stars here as like the normal kid, man. The normal geek in high school who wants to get the most beautiful girl. That was a story told in a lot of movies. And he had his best friend there that was helping him do all the work. His best friend is JC, James Carpenter, played by Steve Marshall. Man, this dude was hilarious because Dekker gave him like a disability. And that added to the character. It's all like, dude, I have this disability. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to enjoy life. And that's what you got out of the character, man. I will say that is the best character in the movie. I wish we would have seen more of JC. And it's just, he's so witty, sarcastic. He'll do anything for his friend. Just a good character. And then, so what happens is, this movie starts out in the 50s. Back in the day, alien spaceship. This alien just drops this experiment on Earth, ends up being a parasite. So from there, that's where Jason Lively and his friend take place. In more modern times, they're over here trying to get the girl, impress them. So they're like, hey, let's go talk to the frat guys. Of course, the frat guys put them up to this pledge to go out to the university and basically bring back a dead body. Dude, it was so dumb because these two friends go into this lab and somehow they figure out the code on accident and they get this body that was frozen there and cryogenic. Like it was just, it's just too funny. It's too stupid. And that's the beginning of the movie. And that's when you know it's going to be a fun movie. So these guys get scared and they walk off. And what they ended up finding was that there was that dead body from the 50s comes over here to the city and dies right there in front of the college or whatever. And that's where the detective comes in, man. The detective is played by Tom Atkins. This is Detective Cameron. This character is fucking awesome. You probably know him from Halloween 3. That's where he's well known from. But if you ask him, he's already said it, that this is the movie Night of the Creeps, the one he enjoyed working the most. He has a love for this movie like that. I mean, his character is so fucking awesome because he's the detective that's going to link up with these boys and take this parasite. So what the parasite does, it gets into other humans through the mouth. It's funny. It shoots through the mouth, and that's when it gets into the humans. It incubates, and then fucking the head can explode, and that's where all the different slug-like parasites come out, man. They're just little creatures that what do we call them? We call them leeches when we were kids, but they look like slugs, and it's just weird, man. It's just one of those movies that they took a different approach to the zombie. It wasn't your normal zombie. So when these got into humans, that's what they would be, basically zombies, and until they produce more of this parasite. That's where it mixes the sci-fi. And it's just a hell lot of fun, man. At the end, you start seeing fucking flamethrowers. It's supposed to be a real flamethrower, or I guess they use nothing but practical effects in here. So like anything from the aliens to the zombies, everything's practical effects. I mean, there was a bunch of love and old school fun in this movie, man. I can watch it over and over and over. But we got to talk about, what did Scream Factory do in here? Scream Factory decided to go with the iconic cover that's in front of the sorority. This cover is awesome. The fact you see the flamethrower right there with the zombies, just the art looks really sick. Now I did get the slip cover here, but if we take it out right here, you can just see it's the same cover as on the slip. And there's no reversible art, which is a bummer, but it's all good. Now let's take a look at the special features. These are the same features that Scream Factory put on their Blu-ray, with a little bit different. Might be enough for you guys want to pick it up. Now for the 4K disc, the only thing new stated here is the 4K restoration from the original camera negative, approved by Fred Dekker. And similar is going to be on the Blu-ray disc right here. It says it's a 4K restoration from the original camera negative, approved by Fred Dekker also. Now this is where it's probably going to be worth it in the bonus features. I haven't seen it yet. Got to take a look at it, but I heard it was good. You're going to get a new feature right here, a new breed of terror, the films of Fred Dekker. Now let's open this up real quick. It's going to have the 3 discs. It's going to have the 4K disc right here. That's going to have the 4K scan from the original, approved by the director. Very similar, but there's going to be a 4K scan to a Blu-ray on the second disc. And now here's the extra features. That's going to have that extra feature that we talked about that might be worth it. But let's take a quick look at the movies. As you can tell, this is the director's cut on the Blu-ray, and we only have the director's cut on the 4K, which if you guys had the Blu-ray release that Scream Factory put out of this, it might be a bummer because this doesn't have the theatrical version. Now, what's different about the director's cut is going to be the ending. In the director's cut, that's what changes. You went by the ending that Dekker originally wanted, and it brings back the spaceships. You'll see one last look at Detective Cameron. He'll walk out, he'll fall to the floor, and then his head will pop open, and you'll see these slug creatures just come out, and they'll go to this miniature little cemetery. It looks so cool, practical effects. And then you'll see the spaceship up there, just with the spotlight. It gives the impression that there's going to be a continuation of this. The theatrical ending, which a lot of people didn't see in theaters, ended up being an ending that shows a dog. So it's kind of like real quick, like, all right, the dog shoots a slug into the chick's mouth. I mean, it's all right. It's just the dog. I mean, the slug goes into the chick's mouth, and you're kind of like, shit, did we see it for nothing? Or you start questioning yourself, shouldn't the dog's head have exploded or whatever? It's just, I guess it's a cool ending. But personally, I kind of like that they bring back the ship. It's like, what? I totally forgot about the sci-fi shit. So it kind of makes you realize how dumb and silly this movie is. I don't know, man. Personally, I think they did a good job. I fucking love it. I love the slipcover, man. The slipcover is fucking badass. And I love that Scream Factory keeps knocking it out of the park and giving titles that we want, like this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please drop a like. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'll be catching you guys soon. Peace out.